Dear Ben, many thanks for addressing my OCD issue last week in so much detail. Your response was most helpful. However, it naturally begged the remaining question. In those times when one is already within the midst and grip of sheer fear, agreed, this is just a perception within awareness. Nevertheless, it is such a palpably and viscerally perceived one that it can often feel nigh on impossible to just relax the body and let go of all focus, even just for 2 to 5 seconds, especially considering that the symptoms have been manifesting for so many years. So what could you suggest for those in this position? Thank you, Matthew. If you can't relax for 2 to 5 seconds, relax for 0.2 to 0.5 seconds. So, the remaining question, what to do in those times when one is already within the midst and grip of sheer fear. Let it run out. Don't define it as a negative thing. Define it as positively and with the greatest amount of excitement and anticipation as you can. If you learn to truly anticipate your frightening moments, you're free. If you learn to be excited up front about the things you feared, you no longer fear. You're invincible. You're invincible. Invincibility is within your grasp. Emotional, mental, spiritual invincibility is within your grasp. It only requires that everything you are afraid of is turned into everything you are excited for. So when you're already in the grip of this sheer fear, change your definition about it. See it from a point of view that is aligned, that is positive, that feels good. Do not keep seeing it as fear. Do not keep seeing it as the obstacle. Do not keep seeing it as the thing that happens that when it has me, it has me. Define it in a more playful way. Define it in an exciting way. The grip of sheer fear. No, there is no sheer fear. That's just your definition. Here's how I would interpret the sentence. So in those times when one is already within the midst and grip of sheer fear, I would say in those times when one is already within the pure joy and excitement of anticipating something, agreed, this is just a perception within awareness. So completely redefine what fear is into passion, into excitement. It literally is the same energy. Excitement and fear is the same energy, just either in or out of alignment with the vibration that is your higher self energy. That is your constant theme of original vibration. So when you're already in the fear, go to the highest possible point of view you can access. Be as creative as you can with it. Fake it till you make it. This may require some practice, if you believe it does. But if you're really open and malleable, it can be just like that. So the next time you're caught up in that sheer fear and you're having difficulty relaxing for 2 to 5 seconds, try 0.2 to 0.5 seconds. If it doesn't work, completely end, you can also do it end even if the relaxation does work, and completely review, redefine the fear as anticipation, as excitement, as positive nervousness. And when you start to see it differently, you start to feel it differently. And once you start to feel it differently, it can move through in different ways and create your reality in different ways. So again, the fear is serving you. It's serving a purpose. It's not just randomly there. It's not just to relax out of it and to get rid of it. Fear of any kind, discomfort of any kind, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, is designed to wake you up, to give you the realization and the experience, the first-hand experience that you otherwise would not cultivate, that you can redefine what is, no matter how terrible it seems. And sometimes you require terrible, which really aren't terrible, again, depends on your definition. In your mind, terrible definitions, terrible experiences need to come up so that it can give you a first-hand experience of how powerfully you are in control of your experience at all times. How powerfully you can redefine what is. And what better way to show you than to give you a very scary example, to give you an experience that you have defined in a very scary way. If you can redefine very scary into very exciting, then you are one step closer to that invincibility, that spiritual invincibility, that well-being invincibility.